What is going on with Threads? And should your library start taking this newish social media platform seriously? It's a question a viewer has asked, and we're going to dive into that topic in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Hursh from superlibrarymarketing.com. You can head there and scroll to the bottom left corner to sign up for notifications every time I post. Also, look for the Library Marketing Show tab. That's the place you can go to ask a question for a future episode or to nominate your library or someone else's library doing great work in marketing for our Kudos Award. And we're going to start today with Kudos. Today's Kudos is a nomination that came in from Megan in Australia. Thank you for writing in, Megan. And Megan would like to nominate a fellow Australian library, is particularly for their Instagram. This is City of Maran Libraries. She said, quote, "They are everyone's favorite library account to follow in Oz or Australia for their unique, quirky, fun approach and their star staffer, Denise." So of course I had to run over to the Instagram and check it out. And it is absolutely fun, quirky, whimsical. They have regular feed posts, they have reels, they've done the highlights, which are the little categories underneath their main profile where you can look at past stories or posts. They're doing everything right. I am so glad that Megan pointed them out. I'm following them now and I'm a big fan. So kudos to you, Marion, City of Maran Libraries. And now let's get into today's topic, which was a viewer question from my friend Mary, who works at Grosse Pointe Library. She wrote in and asked, what's happening with Threads? Should we get back on Threads or start engaging with Threads? Great question, Mary. I think maybe a lot of libraries are thinking about this. I certainly am thinking about it as we get closer to the end of the year when I'll be launching my social media guide for libraries for 2025. Do I need to cover Threads? I'm curious what you all think. Let me know down in the comments. Do you want me to go through best practices for Threads? In the meantime, I did a little research so I could try to answer Mary's question. So the latest articles on Threads shows that there are some big brands and marketers that are having success on Threads. Some big names that you'll recognize, like American Airlines, Marvel Entertainment, the TSA has a great Threads account. But here's the thing that I've noticed about all these big accounts. They're not really posting original content on Threads. They're doing what a lot of personal accounts are doing. They've connected their Facebook, Instagram, and Threads accounts. So whenever they post something to Instagram or Facebook, that same content is posted on Threads. I also did a little digging to see how many libraries are on Threads. There's not that many. Some of the big major libraries are on there, like Milwaukee Public Library, but they haven't posted anything as of this recording. Cincinnati Library, my old employer, is on Threads and they are posting, but they're doing the same posts. It's just copied from their Instagram account. I have some friends who love Threads, find it to be a less toxic social media platform, so they like to be there, but they don't really engage with brand accounts on Threads. So I think we are still in a stage where it's totally up to your library what you want to do with this platform. If you haven't yet already claimed your handle on Threads, that is something you should do now so nobody else takes it. You could also connect your Instagram and Threads accounts. So when you post to your library's Instagram, it posts to Threads to see what happens. As of July of this year, 2024, Mark Zuckerberg said Threads has more than 175 million monthly active users. It's pretty high. It's not as high as the other platforms, but we're getting there. But here's the thing. Engagement has fallen since the platform's launch in July of 2023. And that is probably because of the fact that you can't add a link and some other features that are lacking on Threads that other social media platforms have. So bottom line, I think you can experiment with Threads if you want to set yourself a goal, maybe followers or an engagement goal, to see if you can reach it by the end of this year. Building an audience on Threads now for the future is probably a good idea. I wouldn't spend a ton of time creating original content for that platform just yet. I hope that answers your question, Mary. And I am really curious, if your library is on Threads, will you let me know down in the comments? I'll want to follow you. If you're working on Threads, are you having success and what are you doing? How do you feel about that platform? I am really curious. Let us know down in the comments. And that's it for today's episode of the Library Marketing Show. But my channel is full of other tips for library marketing. If you're interested, head to this next video. I'll meet you there.